We've got Providence on Saturday. Always have Providence at home. Noon start at Verizon Center. They have 5 wins in a row. Providence under 500 in the conference, but they have some big wins, including they handled Villanova at home right before the Hoyas came in there and beat them in a closer game. They also beat Louisville earlier in the season. So Providence is capable of knocking off some of these top teams in the Big East. Marshawn Brooks, their most prolific scorer. What do you see as the keys to the matchup on Saturday, and how do you see it playing out?
Well, Providence has knocked off those two teams. They're dangerous at home particularly, but Georgetown has 4 or 5 days to prepare for this game. They're at home. They're on a roll. They have to avoid the letdown. That's something that this team has not been able to avoid over the past couple of years. They've had these marquee, eye-catching wins that get your hopes up, and then they come out with a South Florida at home performance, a Rutgers on the road performance last year. I think Georgetown has to avoid that trap game and keep the ball rolling and get that 7th Big East win with Syracuse waiting for them at the Carrier Dome on Wednesday.
Right, and if you don't remember, those games came right about this time of year. It was February 6th that the Hoyas beat Villanova at home in a huge game. That was shortly after beating Duke, but South Florida was in between.
Exactly.
And people forget about that now, but this is right around literally almost a year ago to the day that they lost that game in South.
And
South Florida.
after Villanova, John Thompson III acknowledged that his teams the past 2 years have faded in this stretch of the schedule, and he said, well, maybe we're going to switch the script this year. Maybe we'll have our struggle period beginning of the Big East, and then we'll kind of get on our roll as we go towards March.
Mike, your thoughts on Providence?
Well, Providence, I think, just takes what comes to them. I think that when they played Louisville and they played Villanova, those are their only 2 Big East wins. Villanova, it was more Villanova and Louisville playing poorly, and Providence just got kind of lucky to just play their own game, and they managed to win those games. I think it's in the Hoyas' court. It's at home. I think Hoyas come out on top.
Okay. Margin, final score. Give it to me, guys.
I like Georgetown by 17.
Georgetown by 11.